Hi, Ollie here from W&R Spin Home, inviting you to join me on another motoring adventure as we take a look at another one of Ollie's auto picks. Today we're at Waterford City Ford, and if like me you were more than a little interested in the arrival of the Ford Mustang Mach-E and what it has to offer, well then you've come to the right place. Let's check it out together. To quote Nancy Griffith, from a distance, this is not the Ford Mustang that Steve McQueen would have been baiting up and down the hills of San Francisco back in 1968 in the classic movie Bullitt. It's a pony of a different kind. And speaking of pony, right on the front here you have the iconic Mustang itself, looking rather cool, it has to be said. SUV styling throughout. Not surprised at that, SUVs ruling the Irish market and many other places besides. And when you consider that this was primarily designed and sculpted for the American market, that kind of explains itself. Ford have spent a bit of time on it though, and I love the aggressive lines coming down the front bonnet here. The lamps, the way they put on the sides here, looking really cool, this little gentle slant. The wheels, they come in 18.5 inch, 19 inch, 20 inch, depending on whether you go for the rear wheel drive, all wheel drive, or top of the line GT. Why not treat yourself? And the red calipers here looking rather sexy as well. Hey, check out the doors. No handle per se. And if I press this little button here, we have a little hold here that you just pull out and it opens. So, keyless entry, pretty cool. And more than that, and I don't know how well you're going to see this on the B pillar here, but we actually have a combinated number code that you can use. And if you do buy one, don't go using 1, 2, 3, 4, or you mightn't have your Mach-E as long as you would like to be associated with it. On the back, no handles at all, Ma. And if you press this door here, or press this button I should say, you've enough room to open the door itself. Pretty cool, it has to be said. Coming right around the back is a definite homage to the original Ford Mustang. When you look at these tri-bar taillights here on the back of it, looking stunning. Also, again, you have your pony logo and luggage space. Well, if you open here like this, it's pretty decent. 402 litres, your tie-down points, your charge points, and of course the back seats fall forward as well, giving you far more space again. Just taking a little look under the hood, up front you got a frunk with 81 litres in it. It's compartmentalized, you can take that out, there's no big problem on that, but nice to have the little separators there. It also has a little drain plug, and why does it have a drain plug? Because on the American market they fill it full of ice if you're barbecuing or whatever. You can keep things kind of chill and you have to drain that water at some stage. Also, two different power plants. It comes in 70 kilowatt or 91 kilowatt, which gives you, depending on what you're going for, over 400 kilometers or over 600. So certainly no range anxiety there. Well, after having a good look at it outside, what's it like inside? Let's check it out. Plenty of room here on the back. You see the space I have with these big long legs. Lots of headroom as well, and of course flat floor, so you can comfortably fit 3 people right across here, no bother at all, in very comfortable surrounds, it has to be said. Up front in the cockpit, it's a really nice place to be. It's so beautifully put together, quality materials. You got that lovely red stitching on the seats here, and what certainly catches your eye is the size of this pad in the front. It's 15.5 inches. I mean, you see my iPad up again at here. Talk about iPad envy if there was such a thing. Well, I'll leave that to your own imagination. You have this digital screen in front here as well, and enough of the standard buttons that we're familiar with to kind of combine the digital and the switchgear end of things. But on the steering wheel is our pony. How does that pony drive? Well, let's find out. I have to say, this car is a pleasure to drive. It certainly has stacks of power. These ponies don't hold back. The GT version of it can go 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds or thereabouts, which is pretty impressive, it has to be said. It's got all the bells and whistles, and I know Ford have been late to the all-electric party, but I don't see that as a bad thing. I think they've learned from all the different manufacturers what they've done, what they haven't done, and they've come up with a really good product. So if you are in the market for an SUV that is both stylish, has curb appeal, and is practical, you can easily fit 5 people in this and travel in the finest of comfort with no range anxiety, I think it's well worth considering. You can check it out yourself at Waterford City Ford. Tell them I sent you. And listen, thanks for the company today. Now, on we go.
WLR, IMRO Local Station of the Year.